Hey, JJ here, and this is the Lens of Truth podcast where we play through the oldies and modern goldies to give you our opinion. With nearly 100 years of gaming between all of us, we see how well these gems hold up in our eyes. With me today, we have.
And this is ATI.
And this is Rovi.
Today's kind of an end of the year wrap up, a little bit of a special in terms of what we normally do. I feel like this year was kind of packed. It didn't feel like it at first, but looking back on the play logs and all that stuff, the heavy hitters that snuck out and came out like Silk Song and Hades 2 and all that stuff, it was like, let's do a kind of an end of the year recap. Why not? We played a lot, so let's talk a lot about them.
There sure was a lot of different gaming going on this year. I'll tell you that much off the bat. I didn't expect it until we look back.
Yeah, no, I was just gonna say, like, how was your general feel? Because everyone kind of, I don't know. You look on Twitter, you read YouTube stuff or whatever, and people always kind of have like a temperature on the year. Some people are like, this year sucked. It was all ports and remasters, and then other people are like, this year was crazy. Like, we got a new console, we got Silk Song.
There was a whole Switch 2 that came out that kind of flies under people's radar. We just kind of accept it as a thing, like, oh yeah, the Switch is over there,
It's already been out half a year, which is just crazy to think. Like, it's just there, and it's doing its thing. And it's doing it well.
Yeah, just thinking back that the Switch 1 is already so old. What is it, like 8 years old?
2017.
My bones.
2017 of March, so we're going to be going on 9 years in just a few months.
Oof.
Which is
my poor Wii U. My Wii U tablet is geriatric.
Yeah, but hey, it died so the Switch could run. Literally.
Yeah, as far as gaming temperature this year, it's been kind of a wild ride, as Sonic would say, as he's stepping on his fans.
Little friend.
So you guys know I started off this year not really being able to game. Right off the bat, January was my surgery, and I could not use my right arm or hand at all for like a month or two. And I was like, damn, is this the end for me? Am I just going to be like a visual novel player for the rest of my life? I wasn't complaining, but like...
One-handed gaming.
Yeah, I might have carried some of that energy forward with me, just a little bit. I had a lot of time to think. I started off the year by opening up with a grand old, I don't know if you call it a visual novel, visual adventure, 1000X Resist. This was a game that I had on my radar for a long time. It is basically a text adventure. You are in like a far-flung dystopian future. You're in this like bunker of civilization where there's only a few people surviving. Already, if you hear those just few words, just far-flung future, dystopian, young kids trying to survive, it's like, oh yeah, I like Danganronpa, I like Last Defense Line, sure.
Rocky Zero, why not?
If you like that kind of vibe, this is excellent. A wonderful political commentary. The visuals are out of this world. It made me think. It made me cry. It made me be like, video game stories can really match that of the best in the medium for anything. This was an incredible story that you can only experience through video games. Being that character, making these choices, moving around. You don't really get much agency to do things other than move from like target to target. Sometimes you can go to this target first, like exploring around the area, but at the end of the line, it's really like, you got to go talk to this guy to progress. It's a book at the end of the day. It's fantastic. Go play this. If this was the game to be like, hey, video games can only be this, you're never going to play an action game ever again, I would have been like, all right, sure, bring them on.
I'm good. Yeah, that's cool to hear. What was it again?
1000X Resist.
1000X Resist. Write that down in my notes.
I had a lot of good things about that. I think I have it. I just haven't dug into it yet. My VN backlog is huge.
It's legit one of those ones that's just one of those titles that's like, oh yeah, I hear people talk about this, but and I'll get to it. Because it's like, sometimes you're just in the mood to play a game, you don't want to really like have to be absorbed and put your mind in this new place to absorb all this information and like Because this game starts off right off the bat, throwing all these terms at you, and like you're dropped right into the world. So if you're not ready to be like into a new sci-fi world, it's a lot to start off with. But give this one a shot if you're into sci-fi, hope versus despair, all that good stuff. Check it out.
And it's a good point you mentioned with the visual novel stuff. Sometimes you want to press buttons. Like visual novels genuinely use like a different part of your brain in terms of like
Straight up.
what you're doing when you want to do it. Like if you're not in the mood, it's not going to stick. Like, and sometimes you have to have some self-discipline and just kind of be like, this is what I want to do. I'm going to spend 20 minutes getting in the zone, getting in that flow state to enjoy the novel or the book or whatever it is. But like sometimes you just want to press buttons. Sometimes that demon in me wants to be pressing those buttons in Melee or Smash or whatever, and it's like I should be reading. Like I have a big backlog. Like I can play 30 years of Smash like any other time. It's like it's what you're in the mood for. And it's a good distinction to have with visual novels. The start of my year was interesting. I was getting off the heels of perfecting Baldur's Sky, and that
Another
was
quite beefy visual novel, if
Yeah.
anyone's not aware.
very insane, super long, super dense. One of the best
Like
battles.
200 hours.
Yeah, just nothing. Yeah, but the battle system is insane. It's deeper than most fighting games. Like I got all the endings. I started that in November of 2024, and it bled over into like January, February of 2025. But the bulk of the January and February stuff was me perfecting survival mode. And I think we might have talked a little bit about this in the past, but like survival mode in Drive One, which is like is part of the first game, that wasn't balance tested. Literally every single Japanese blog, every YouTube video, every forum post, everyone has said, like, no, save scum. Like, they're like, I haven't seen anyone do a single segment run of all 100 survival levels. Like, you do this. And then they give you optimal sets. Like, they're like, don't use ranged weapons, use this combo. Like, everyone had very bread and butter combos. And I was like, I really like this game, but I don't want to save gum. So I spent like 2 months of my life grinding, grinding, grinding.
Seeing if it's possible.
Yeah, just to see. Like, I never, don't ever say something's impossible for me with gaming because I'll try and I'll find a strategy. And, I did. I have the only single segment run on YouTube. It's like 2.5 hours long. I'm like listening to a Mega 64 podcast, and then it just goes silent because the podcast ends, and I'm so in the zone that I'm like, I'm not putting anything up. I'm not doing nothing.
Yeah, your mind is locked into like, I need to be operating on all cylinders right now. This is
100%.
more important than my child.
And then the setup I used was all ranged. Oh, it goes contrary to what everyone was saying, where they were saying, don't use ranged attacks. They're bad. I ran around for hours, for 2 months in that game, just spamming landmines and laser beams and shields, like to hide behind. It was intense. It was so fun. And then right after Baldur's Sky, Tokyo Psychodemic, which, oh my god, this is like another visual adventure game. It's visual novel, but there's like gameplay elements where you're just kind of in this future kind of Tokyo setting where like, there was a virus and people die, blah blah blah. But the whole
It sounds like Thousand X Resist. There was a virus
it's
over
similar,
there. I mean,
very similar. But the whole hook of this game was that you're like, there's AI images, and you literally have to sit through CCTV of Japan, like, and it's all like real life Japan stuff. Like, so you're watching a CCTV of some random area, and you have to like scan it for 15 minutes, and then you have to zone in on the one thing that is weird about this time frame. And the guy in the blue shirt, where's he going, why is he carrying this? And then you find I had to learn about steganography or whatever the heck that's called, where I think it was one of the late 1800s classical composers would hide like information in his scales.
no shit.
Like, it was crazy.
What kind of information? Like you would be like spelling words throughout like the notes
Yeah,
you used, or like what?
so like you had to figure out a password key or something, and like to get the password, you had to like look at the letters or like on the scale, like GED, or yeah, like you had to just like have all this information, and I had to like read up on it and get like backing information to like make it all come together. And there, it was super super cool, very underrated. Didn't leave Japan, but it had like a English release on like a Japanese cart. Came with a cool soundtrack. Super super cool game. Like genuinely like really fun, unique, different. Uh, and then as the months went on, I had a few other games. But what about you, Zero? Do you remember how the beginning of your year looked?
Beginning of my year was more going through my backlog than anything new in particular. I'm reviewing it right now. I started up Years 9, but I didn't get too far into it. It was really fun, though. I definitely want to go back to that still. I finished Ratchet and Clank Rift Apart, which still shocks me. I got it on PC and got the Sony present. I don't know what the fucking Insomniac did to do that. Ran pretty well, though, so can't complain too much. There was RZ, that game made by the company that made the Zelda CDI cutscenes. That was actually a really fun game.
Oh boy.
I enjoyed that one.
Huh? They're still around? How are they still
They are,
around?
Or was
they
that
are
back in the
somehow
day?
still.
Yeah, when did they come out?
This was like 2022, I think. Let me look.
Whoa.
2024, actually. This was last year. Actually, it was really fun.
Nintendo kept
I
them
do
locked in
recommend
the
it.
basement just in case.
I don't know what they're still doing, but they apparently came back to work on this game. So good on them. It was a good time.
That's pretty sick.
Atlas, the furry action RPG. They got an update not too long ago, earlier this year. I got to go back to that still, but it was fun. I finished that up. I think, and then we dug into Terraria for a bit, or Terraria rather.
Yeah, we got our toes a
And by
little
we,
dirty.
I mean JJ did.
We got a little bit into it. A tiny bit. There's so you could spend thousands and thousands of hours. We spent maybe 10 just to fart around a bit.
I think I joined for about maybe an hour of that, and I was like, "All right, guys, I tried to play one-handed. It's not working out. Like maybe another year."
2026, baby.
Yeah,
The game I do want to shout out actually is Metal Bringer. Let me get the link to that really quick. It's a action RPG. It's mech-like. If I could stop fucking having to push the talk. There we go. This came out in March of last year. This is or in this last year rather, March 2025. This is really fun. You pilot this mech. You have to go out into this city full of like rogue AI robots, and like you have to salvage and try to put together your mech and complete missions without running out of time or energy or getting jumped in the streets. It was very interesting. I didn't get to dig too much into it because it was just a crazy second quarter of gaming overall for this year, but this was a really cool game. I definitely want to sink my teeth into this more.
And what was that one
it's
called?
really interesting. Sorry, go on.
No, it was
put
Metal
in gamers
Bringer.
instead.
Gotcha.
Yeah,
No, you're
Metal
good.
Bringer.
Yeah, Metal Bringer.
Cool.
And then Path of Exile 2 dropped, and I played that, and I thought it was okay.
That was this year? I could have swore that was last year.
That was this year. Or
whoa.
If it was last year, then I last played in April. I guess it was late December. I joined in January, so I'm going to count it as this
close
year.
enough. I'm going to count December releases as the new year. It's close enough.
Oh, I forgot I played Sandland. You just I ran through Sandland at the start of the year.
First start of the year. It's like I kind of divide the year into two sections of gaming. Like we started the pod like halfway through the year, and that kind of like ushered in a new era and like a new feeling. Kind of revitalized the way we look at games, visiting them together and everything. Kind of a different feel.
Oh, absolutely. We plowed through a ton of those games too, but yeah, no.
This was 2024, but I want to shout out still.
Hey, if you played it this year, it's all good.
It's called Toho Lens Night Sky. It's a roguelike
Toho
game.
Toho? I've heard.
I've always
some
said
debate.
I say Kokobo, so don't listen to me.
Yeah, I never know. I've heard rabid people say Tuhu, some say Toho, so I'm gonna
I
say both just to cover our bases.
I hear both as well. It's a bit got some inside jokes on it, but I think overall mechanically is a very fun and actually pretty easy way to get into bullet hell games. So I recommend it to people for like wanting to get into Toho. Actually, I spent a lot of time playing it.
You
I'm
know,
waiting for the big
something
update.
I had a lot of time to think about video games and how we interact with them and everything. I'd consider that a part of like my whole beginning of year experience. You talking about like Metal Bringer and some of these games kind of brings an interesting point to my mind where it's like sometimes we describe video games by the feeling they present us by like either like, oh well, it's a cyberpunk
Hmm.
dystopian game where we have to stop a bunch of robots. It's like, okay, well, what does it play? What are the buttons you press to? You know, it's like, do you punch? Do you jump? Do you jump on Goombas? Like,
Mhm.
what's
What happens
I'm
when you
sorry
so
to
play
it's
the
one
say
of those
game?
like
I'm sorry with
sometimes
Bellberry.
you
I don't
just
remember
want
at
the
this point.
fantasy. Yeah. And like sometimes you're just like, oh, cool box art. I wonder what this is about. And you like read the back box blurb, and it's like fills your mind with all the mysteries, and that's all you need. You're like, oh, that's the vibe. I'm digging in. Whatever it is, whatever buttons happen in this game, let's dig in. Let's find out. But other times you just want the full conceptual. Sometimes you're like, oh well, I
Hmm.
just want a game that has Devil May Cry combat, or like I need something that has like this level of depth, or like again, like you kind of divide games into narrative versus like button pushies and like stuff that just throws you into the fire. There's a lot of little categories to aim for, and just one category that I noticed myself kind of brush off is I think the only new games I played this year were Silent Hill F and Death Stranding 2. I want to say maybe.
Could be.
I don't know what kind of triple A's you guys were playing, but I think that was it for me.
I
Um,
don't think I touched too many AAA. Honestly, I'm scrolling through my list still.
I never really do. I mean, if you want to count like
I
some
mean,
of
the
the
Switch
Nintendo
2s, I guess
stuff,
those count.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, but if like, would you count Donkey Kong Bonanza?
I kind of see those just as Nintendo games. Like, of course,
Yeah,
Nintendo is like a game maker, and of course they're like
they're
quality, but
quadruple A, not triple A.
they are video games.
They're
That's what it
triple
is.
N. Yeah, triple A usually has a connotation around it where it's like just this bloated budget that is like no real art
Big.
style. I might catch heat for that, but like I don't know.
I think it's just the Unreal Engine at a point becomes like homogenized feeling on top of just like the building blocks that are used to make games. It's like, okay, well, I've seen this game plan before. It's like, I don't want to just walk down a hallway and press A with like no challenge to me if it's not interesting or weird or
Mhm.
satisfying, you know?
Yeah.
It has to either be fun, weird as shit, or like something like a game like Look Outside, which was my game of the year, a fucking fantastic little RPG maker, like horror indie game made by I think like two people, maybe like a handful of people, including music and like QA stuff like that. The main game was made by these two guys. One of them made Charles Barkley Shut Up and Jam. So if you are familiar with that, that is a testament to the quality of writing and just graphical style of this game. Game like that is just like it came along, it totally surprised me. It was like it did its own thing, and it was fun. It was weird. It was constantly surprising you with like the mechanics that it would introduce to you, and like the way you recruit party members was like just like you either stumble into them, you have some weird flag. It's not typical. Just you get to this point in the story, someone joins you. It's like all this weird shit going on, which to something that could just be a bog standard RPG. How many RPGs have we played in our lives? How many like Final Fantasy knockoffs has we seen? Like the formulas for certain games just gets old, and like I'm at that point where I need something like refreshing or new to drag me in. And Look Outside had so much of that. It was such. If you're into horror, this is just so endlessly creative and cool and really good use of RPG mechanics. It felt like a new fun time for my brain to wrap itself around.
Yep.
Anyway, that's all to say that new stuff is good, weird stuff is good. That's where my brain is at gamer wise, really.
No, I get it. I'm in a similar boat, but then at the same time, there are things where it's just like, don't mess with my Pokemon, don't mess with my Dragon
Yeah, sometimes you want
Quest.
your Dragon Quest.
Yeah, like those are holidays for me. Like, don't mess them up too much. I'll have the weirdness in Dragon Quest Treasures where I'm playing like a PS1 era Tronbon game, like, or the Musu games for Heroes 1 and 2. But yeah, again, it's what you're in the mood for. Weird is always, always good. I always believed in that. But then there is that little like boomerism where I'm like, it's
Yeah,
tradition. God
there's
darn it.
always the exception. Especially if you go back to older games, it's like if you like were a fan of Contra on NES, you're like, I just want a new fucking Contra game. You know what that means. You want to run and gun. You want to shoot. You want it to play like Contra. So there is are exceptions and stuff like that. So
Yeah, for sure.
it's hard to generalize, of
Yeah.
course, as with anything.
It's such a spectrum that you'd be here all day putting asterisk upon asterisk upon asterisk.
Hmm.
I think that's the beauty of it, finding the little individualism, these little media getaways for us,
Yeah,
these little pocket worlds, these little Mario 64 paintings we jump into.
you pull out that microscope, you go times 100, and you find that one cell that's different, and you're like, this
Dude,
is
that's
it.
it.
That's all I
We were
need.
talking about this on Nights the other week, and it's something that like I wanted to just kind of highlight. It's like the more time you spend with this stuff, it just unfolds and unveils itself more and more. Sometimes you give games a chance, and it's like, oh, this is what you're about, or this and that. So, given time to stuff, I think that's my game of the year. Actually, just learning to be patient and swallowing some of the stuff.
Yeah,
Nice.
same. I actually am glad to finally sit down and play Knights, and I still want to dig more into trying to breed the Nighttovians without looking up a guide yet. I just want to see how much I can figure out on my own before I cave and look at something.
It's
I think a
weird.
lot of this
Just
year is
that
just
little
me.
bit of group push.
It's
We got
weird
you
because there's
going.
not much like it's so weird because you don't really need a guide, but it's the way you breed and do it all is so obtuse. Like I think once your brain clicks and you go like, oh, I can have them breed. I think you can kind of figure it out, but then you're also sinking like a lot of hours through trial and error. But it's a weird it's a weird middle ground where it's just like so obtuse and esoteric, but at the same time it's like, oh, I just need to. I don't want to spoil it, but for you, you want to figure it out. But it's like, oh, I just need these specific things, and I get it, and it's a random choice, like chance kind of thing. But we know how that goes with chow breeding and all that too. It's easier said like, oh yeah, to get a Sonic chow, just do this, and it's like, yeah, okay, let me just go through every level and get these specific animals all the
Yeah,
Yeah,
time.
just
the
do the
specific
thing that takes
shopping
100
list of
hours.
animals. Go
Um,
jump into fucking prison lane 60 times to get this one animal and
my
drop it off
level
of your chow guard.
that dragon, but
Just go push the truck by SSN like
yeah,
50 times real quick.
who's Anne? No, but so that was like so those few games I mentioned were like my beginning of the year, like January, February, like March ish. But then like I moved into like I say like last Defense Academy era where like that came out in April. So like I played Tales of Toyotoki, brilliant, brilliant little visual novel. Strict visual novel, no gameplay. It's just a slice of life. Kid going to an island, just starting a new life, but his grandpa lives there and then he doesn't, and magic and friendship and life and love and yeah,
How it
Fragoria
goes.
did a really good job with that one. And then Xenoblade X came out, and ooh,
Yes, we all dived into that one
yeah,
Oh
actually.
yeah,
We were
yes.
all Wii U friends or Switch friends rather, and we got to see each other's avatars, and that's pretty cool.
yeah, I
Yeah.
went hard in that one.
Uh,
Oh
yeah.
yeah. I always wanted to play this on the Wii U. I sold my Wii U gamepad thinking I would never need it because it was just a Smash 4 machine. And then near the end of the life of the Wii U, I was like, oh, damn, I probably should have held on. I can't even change my TV output. I was using CRT the whole time because I couldn't go into the options
Oh
menu
my goodness.
to change to HDMI, which is fine. But like, finally playing Xenoblade X on the Switch was it was just everything I thought it would be. Like I could have spent
Such a
thousands.
mysterious alien game.
It
So
really
cool.
is. Like there's so much like little depth to it, but then it's like also like yeah, just do your thing. Like it's not too complex, but there's just so much to it. Like I said, I could have spent thousands of hours on this. I was like, let me beeline it. Let me just finish this because I want to finish it.
It's such a wonderful little pocket of time of that like 2010s, early 2010s like MMO design era, but it's like let's strip away all of the like super duper grindy MMO stuff and just make it a doable, it's quote unquote doable single player RPG. Some of the grinds that you got to do for like end game scale gear and stuff like that is a little crazy,
My
but
Skrellington, jumping in and out of the Skrell, like,
oh
dude,
my
just
God.
so
The jumping in
fun.
general, you jump like 50 feet
Different
high in this
gravity,
game and
baby.
you go so far. It's one of the most fun jumps I've ever experienced in a game. So just like going around the world and explore. This game was made by the people who went on to design the world for Breath of the Wild. So you know that the world design is good shit, you know, everywhere you go. It's not
It's
quite as
online
densely packed
and
as
it's
that.
multiplayer. Oh,
Yeah, you
like
get to see what your friends are
you'll
doing.
be
Like you can
riding
hunt
around in
monsters together.
Skrells, doing crazy shit. Like it was just cool. Like it was what PSO in my mind should have evolved into instead of whatever
Yes,
PSO
it
two
had the
is.
like pseudo online features where like you join like factions and like you see other players just like their avatars around the world. Like they're not really doing anything, they just kind of stand there, but you see them and it's like, okay, you're there. And like it just that little bit is
When we
just
fought
enough
that
to
one
make it feel
boss,
so
we just
alive.
spammed like the Psycho Twister or whatever the heck it was. I don't
Yeah,
even remember.
I joined up with you and we were spamming voice lines like crazy. It
Yeah.
was like cutting edge, double edge, double edge, and over and over.
God, what a
Yeah.
fun game.
That was a dangerous game for me because I could still be I could be playing it right now as we're recording this. Like that's how
There is so much you can chase. You can go and build like specific scale builds if you want. You can go max out this weapon. You can go explore this area. Go max out your plant collectopedia in this area. You know,
turn
there's
on these little
again like
nodes.
it's not like like for 2025. There's bigger games now, of course, open world and stuff, but like. This game is still pretty massive. If you played Breath of the Wild, you can see some of the like open world tricks, but like, man, it's still super impressive, super
Yeah, they did
cool,
a
super
wonderful
fun.
job. Not every, this is a hot take, but I don't think every open world needs to be like insanely dense. I think an alien
No,
planet with the objective markers on it
this needed it.
that can breadcrumb you to it. I think that's fine.
Yeah,
Like I don't need
this
like a
like
super
it
dense like rocky hills, big this, do that. It's like I'm on an
it's
alien planet.
exhausting. You can only do so many of them, and it's like
Right?
this one had the like backing of ideas behind it where it's like, hey, we want to like have an encyclopedic knowledge of so many alien races. We want to talk about like let's talk about like creationism and like let's sprinkle a little bit of like who we are and what stuff. Let's just get it in there. It's but the Xeno series has a very special way of making like all that would feel like info dumps and just like I don't care about this fantasy language in any other game. Like suddenly I care in Xeno games. Maybe I'm a hypocrite. Maybe I'm a fanboy.
Maybe they just do
I
it
just
right.
think it works really
I
well
think
in
it's just
Xeno.
delivery, yeah.
Yeah, they're masters of their craft. Like, and that I'm not trying to glaze them too much because I didn't even really play two that much. I was on like a trip and the boobas popped out, and I turned that shit off like in an hour. I was like, I'm good. I don't need anyone to see.
Yeah.
But that
Not that
doesn't mean it's
fucking rabid,
bad.
bro.
But
It's like so much on the surface is like, what the fuck is this game? Why is it so I thought Xenoblade X was like Saturday morning cartoon. Like, what the fuck are people glazing about this? And then you play 30 hours of it and you see like the key ingredient behind you. Like, oh, it's all connected. Oh, it all makes, oh, you guys really thought this out? Okay, I get it. Respect on your name. You just need to give it a good 30, 40 hours.
yeah, a little taste.
Trust it.
But
Trust in the vision.
yeah, and then right after Xenoblade, Last Defense Academy. Now, ladies and gentlemen, this is easily my game of the year. It's just beyond special. I can go on about it for hours, and I won't. But in a world where I've played so many games, I've read so many visual novels, this game is just everything and more. Like, I'm at the very end like of it all, and I've been playing literally almost every day since April, and it's the end of December. Granted, I didn't play hours, little 15-minute things before bed here and there. I wanted to savor it. I really wanted to enjoy it. But even after 200 hours and after 50 different routes and all the endings, this final route that I'm doing still has managed to blow my hair back. I just I don't know how they did it. Like, I don't know how you do so much of that and still just surprise me. Like, it's just
You know what the most
perfect.
fantastical part of this is? Like, you said you've played so many visual novels. You know their twists and turns. You've played every game by what's his name, Kodaka and Uchikoshi.
Yeah, both of them
Uh,
just
you've played
intimate.
everything they have. It's like, what kind of twists can they possibly throw at you? Especially after Dangan V3. Like, I'm not gonna say anything about it, but like, where the hell do you go to like satisfy people who have played your series and like are fans of you, and like how do you do something different after that? You've turned me on to this game. Actually, I am on the first route right now as of this recording, a few days before 2026. um I am on like what, day 94 or something. It's the characters are probably the best written that Kodaka has ever done. I'm just
I'd
going out on a
agree.
limb saying that now. They
I'd
feel very
agree.
full. Yeah, there's like
Especially
there's a lot
after
of
Rain
times like
Code. After Rain Code, I'm like, I don't think
mm,
this guy has it. And then, like,
oh yeah,
okay,
it made you start questioning them, huh?
a little bit. I was Rain Code, though. The problem was everyone marketed that as a visual novel. It wasn't.
Mm.
There wasn't. So,
Mm.
but again, even aside from all that, they introduced like all these characters in Rain Code. Literally, first chapter, 5 minutes, and they don't do anything with them. And then Spike Chunsoft's like wishing them happy birthday. They're like, "Happy birthday, googly google goo," and it's
Uh,
just like this guy was in the game for 5 minutes. Like, what are you talking about? Like,
yeah, that
it was a
that
mess.
I felt that kind of thing, that energy from them a little bit. I was like, is like Dangan getting Funko Popified, and it's like they only need characters to act as like merch sellers now. And I was very trepidatious about like anything after V3 because I was like, this is the crowning achievement. I don't need any more. You can't follow this up. I didn't play any of his like games that have come out since then until then, but you were like, yo, 100 Line is different. You have to check this out. And I'm like, you know what? I'm gonna put down presumptions. I'm gonna check this out, and boy howdy,
Yeah,
am I in love with like every character in this game now. I am
battle
obsessed.
system
I
is
want to
the
like.
battle system is even like a twist on the
It's so fun to
strategy
play.
RPG. Like,
Yeah,
it's a they somehow like it's like, again, Baldur's Sky. Like, it's this
you get to
insanely
press buttons in
long.
your book. It's great.
Yeah, but it's like what they managed to do. Like, there's a parallel with Baldur's Sky and Last Defense, where Baldur's Sky is this insanely dense, super long visual novel, and then it has this godlike, insane battle system that puts battle like fighting games to shame. And then you have 100 line Last Defense, super dense, super crazy, super deep, and then there's this battle system that takes a spin on the strategy RPG element, and it's like none of that was needed, and yet they went above and
It
beyond.
feels so good. It's so fast and fluid when you're actually playing it.
It
You feel
rewards you
like a
for killing
constant
yourself.
incentive to like buff up your dudes too. Like you want to
Yeah,
be like, hey, I want to go like study with Kyoshika today because like I want to get her voltage up. You
yeah, I
know.
want to get her other moves, and they even added a new difficulty. Like, they've been patching this game, nerfing characters, buffing characters, doing quality of life
So they take the
things.
combat serious. It's not
They
like Baldur where it's like, yeah, this doesn't work. Too bad. Deal with it.
Yeah. Well, to be fair, Giga went under, and they couldn't really do much. But no, they've been. It says their baby. They're probably going to do another 50 endings, like with the deal.
Holy
Like,
shit. You think they're gonna keep supporting it like that?
yeah, they've been saying for a while. He wants it to be
Oh
the
my
game
goodness.
forever. Like, and I'm honestly, I'm okay with that. Like, the premise is
And
there, the characters are
it
there.
is. I'm gonna tie it back to that Knights talk again, man. It's like the gameplay is reminiscent of that like constant unfolding of the origami, constantly like you look in and you're gonna be treated to something new. It's like this game is constantly unfolding to you. I don't even know a fraction of it. I am on the baby first playthrough, but you can see the hints of it where it's like, oh, you're gonna fucking what's the word? Oh god, brain fart. You're gonna edit this out. I
Make
can't
up a
remember the
word. Don't
word.
worry. Make up a word.
Yeah. You're gonna
Gist of what
subvert
you're saying.
expectations. There you go. You're gonna be subverting all this visual novel stuff, and it's like, oh well, maybe if we dig in a little bit here, this is what we're doing. And it's like they're so aware of what they're parodying, of what they're lampooning, of what they're
They're taking
including, of
jabs
what
at
they're
themselves.
referencing.
Like
Of their it's so
Narumi,
like, hey, we know that you know that we know that you know.
Narumi even calls like I don't know if it was Uchikoshi writing it or whoever, but Narumi's like, yeah, killing games are good, but then by the third one they're kind of like the endings are not worth something like that. But like Uchikoshi fumbled the ball at Zero Time Dilemma. Like I thought it
Oh
was
God.
I thought it was somewhat enjoyable, but when you compare it to 999 and Virtue's Last Reward, it's like what were you doing, bro? Again, same
That's
thing
the thing.
with
It's like a building legacy, and it's like for them to slam dunk this game after like such a legacy they built, it makes it that much more impressive to me.
it does. No, it again, this is the game of my forever. Like it's gonna be part of me. Like for a long
Mm.
time, I'm gonna be sad when it's over. But it's 40
I've been making
paperback
little
novels
like
long, so
combat barks like they do. Like this
huh?
game is living in my
Huh?
head.
It's so good.
Eh?
I can't
God.
even. Oh, I'm sorry. It
All
just
the Darumi barks where
goosebumps.
she's like, heh heh, or she starts like barking like a dog.
Yeah, there's a whole thing about that. It's so dense. Again, like I said, 30 to 40 paperback novels long. One of the longest like translated like it's dense. And it's not just for the
It's
sake of being
incredible.
dense. There's
Yeah.
some of the endings are unsubstantial, but that's also like a choose your own adventure. Like, oh, you hit the wrong ending, you fell off a cliff, haha, game over at the end. But like that's such a small portion of like the total overall package and where each route allows the characters to go and the premise and the things they introduce that they never like it. And then the way that final route that I'm doing ties it's just beautiful. It's so good. It
And if
should.
that sounds overwhelming too, the Kodaka and the writers, producers, everyone have said like, hey, if you are happy with an ending that you get, you can choose to take that as the end of the game. You don't
Yeah.
have to get them all.
And which is so cool that they're just like supportive of that because
Yeah.
there's people that have been burning out left and right. There's some people that steamrolled this game in like 2 months. Like, it's possible. You just
Unreal.
dedicate, you just don't play any other games. Anytime you want to read, your day off, put 10 hours in.
Yeah,
That
that's
adds
your
up
book, that's
quick.
your entertainment.
Yeah, that adds up quick. It does. I've been doing
Yeah.
little bits and pieces. 15, 20. It's an anime episode in my mind. It's like a series. I've fallen asleep. I've woken up with a Joy-Con up my ass. Like this is it's just a beautiful experience. Like,
Wow,
and
that twist ending really got you.
Harami shoved the Joy-Con up my ass. No,
Damn, this isn't the WarioWare game. What the hell?
it could be. There's points.
Shove it.
Ah. But yeah, that I've been just
WarioWare, shove it up your ass.
Thank you.
don't give Mike Matei any ideas. But
Keep his white creamy sauce away.
yeah, that was like my April and May, and a little bit of Ride Out. I didn't really care for it.
Yeah.
Little things like that. What was your kind of middle of the year? Because right after the middle of the year, I'm going right into Switch 2 mode. So
Yeah.
lay it down, boys.
Yeah, so I was kind of continuing a lot more of just like the story mode the first half of the year. Again, partially because I was forced into it, partially because I was just kind of in that mood for like, okay, well I've been pressing a lot of buttons lately. Let's slow it down. I played through a lot of routes of Saga Emerald Beyond.
Oh yeah,
How many? Raise your hand if you're familiar with Saga in here. Got any Saga
I'm
heads?
raising all three
Hell
hands.
yeah.
One of my
Raise your
favorite
feet. Get
series.
them all up there.
Absolutely
One
one of
of
my
the
favorite. Fucking
not
love that
afraid to take
series.
chances. It's just totally its own. You cannot say another RPG is like it unless you get something that's like directly biting it, like The Secret of Varanus, which is a game that's on Steam and is directly trying to be exactly the Final Fantasy Legend games on Game Boy, which were the initial Saga 1 through 3 that is renamed them in North America. Anyway, Emerald Beyond is the newest entry in the Saga series. Is that
Yep.
still true?
Yeah.
I mean, there's remasters and stuff that have come out. I mean, there's been like Saga, Romancing Saga 2.
Yeah, that
There's
remake.
a lot.
But Emerald
Look, let's
Beyond.
not get lost in the weeds, but Emerald Beyond is basically another book. You get to choose between one of 5 protagonists at the start. You go through their little segmented stories as you go through all these connected worlds. Like you go through doors in it's called like the Emerald Road, the Emerald Beyond. It's like supposed to be like the road that guides you on fate, stuff like that. You pick a door, you go to a random themed world, like you go to a horror world, you go to a desert world, you go to the sea world, stuff like that. Sounds typical, but the combat is maybe the best RPG
Oh, it's
combat
so
I have
good.
ever played. You get like a timeline where like each of your actions put your character on a position on this timeline, and like if your character is in your party are next to each other when you like initiate your entire turn and attack, they can combo with each other. They can like manipulate the field. They can move their position on the timeline. They can move enemies' positions. You can stun enemies. Like if enemies get together on the timeline, they can start comboing you. There's so much depth. On top of that, it's just incredible art in this game. The character designs are so beautifully like Renaissance style art portraits. I love looking at them. It's such a like dreamy, ethereal feel. The writing is really bizarre and off the wall. Is really disconnected in a lot of points. People bounced off this because it wasn't really like a solid, cohesive narrative all the way through. I like the little bite-sized bits of like there's something happening big in the background, but that's okay. You're on this world to like go find a missing egg instead. Go do that. Go save the president real quick. You know, like lots of little bite-sized pulpy adventures. This was another great time to just slow it down, give myself some time to chew on the video game scenery a little bit, and it was a great chew.
I think it's a accumulation of all the sagas before it. Like it has Frontier vibes, it has Romancing Saga vibes, it has
It
just
directly references a
Saga.
lot of old sagas. It
Yeah.
has a lot of feels from classic sagas. They're like this is my comfort RPG series. They are so different from anything else.
They're like my new
Everything
Dragon
about the
Quest.
combat is so engaging. Yeah,
Like
it's
anytime
like
a new
you
saga
know what
comes
you're
out,
getting.
I'm just like, ooh, yeah. And I think
It's
that's
like
the problem with Emerald Beyond is it was just like it's already hard enough to get like the West into Saga with like regular Saga, and this was Saga on crack. And
It's
people
so
were just like,
bizarre.
"What do I do? Where's this? Like the graphics? I'm on a board.
Where's my Final
chessboard.
Fantasy 13 hallways? I don't know
Yeah.
where to go now. Why isn't it
Why is
one
the battle
hallway, guys?
system making me think? What?
Guys, Final Fantasy
What?
13 is terrible because it's linear, but I need my game to be linear.
Where's
Help
my
me.
yellow
It doesn't
arrow?
make sense.
Yeah, dude.
Yeah.
It's crazy.
So like
I enjoyed it
like the
quite a
game way
bit.
you play the game is like there's so many weird little things. I mean, you have to really engage with the game systems and the stat growth, and like there's just it rewards you for just paying attention, and there's just so much that it's another unfolder. I'm into unfolders recently.
As man likes his
Saga's great.
unfolding.
Yeah.
But no, you're absolutely
Unfolding
right.
1,000 times like my Hattori Hanzo steel.
Yeah, I can't remember when exactly I played Emerald Beyond this year. Probably July-ish around there. But yeah, that's definitely like I would love to get back to it and do other stories.
One of those things you can always go back to, for sure.
Yeah, for sure.
Real quick, I just want to finish up a few of these games that I got to before the half of the year. I played OOO. I'd be remiss not to mention this one. Incredible little puzzle platformer. It's like 3 hours long. It's by the guy who made Electhead, if anyone is familiar with that. Just a little bite-sized puzzle thing
Pokemon?
where you get to go
Electkid?
through. Yeah, you get your Electabuzz and Electakids, and you go through like each screen is a little puzzle. You like throw parts of your body to bomb yourself, and like you only have so many segments to bomb, and it's like describing it would take away from the puzzles. It's just a brilliant little puzzle game. Also played another puzzle game called Strange Jigsaws. Zero, you also played this one. Would you
Hell
like to
yeah, I
talk about
did.
Strange Jigsaws a little bit?
Well, this is more closer to the end of the year for me, but yeah, I'll talk about it now. That was another game where you just kind of, God, how do you describe this game without spoiling a shitload of it?
Imagine if okay, so we talked about games having building blocks. Imagine if jigsaws were also building blocks that constantly had like season passes and expansions and like new game mechanics and like jigsaws suddenly have like song notes you need to cue with other jigsaws or like just random mechanics that are now on your jigsaw pieces. Like there's constantly
Yeah,
mechanics added to you that are just so out of this world.
I guess a better way to describe it as well is it's more Jigsaw's taken to a logical extremes. We'll put it that way. They're
Yeah, yeah,
logical
yeah.
puzzles, but these are not places you expect to find Jigsaws in.
A way you can only do it in a digital realm, of course. So lots of little surprises in here. Only a few hours long again. I like these little short bangers. Strange jigsaws, both excellent little brain teasers. Very funny. Both made me
Mm-hmm.
laugh a good bit. Strange jigsaws definitely made me laugh a lot.
Strange,
It's very funny.
Strange Jigsaw's
Strange
game of the year,
jigsaws.
honestly.
It's up there. As far as like weird game experiences, that fits right in there.
This year, unfortunately, is
Other
my
than that, I
slop
played a
era, I think.
few.
Oh, you go
Was
on.
that?
No, you go on first. I thought you were done.
Okay, yeah, I played. I mean, a bunch of old games. This is the year of like revisiting. Really absorbed that mantra of where old becomes new. I guess kind of
Love it.
took that to heart. Played a lot of Dreamcast. Played a lot of PS2. Beat up a lot of arcade games that I didn't really get to
We played
complete to
the
the
Anubis
end in my
game.
yesteryear. Yeah, we
That's
went
on
to.
our
I
list.
got to meet up with you. We had a little meetup, JJ. We got to meet up for the first time in like the 15 years of knowing for each other.
Yeah,
We
crazy.
got to go to a little arcade, played
We
mysterious
got
light
kicked
gun
out.
games, and yeah, he was the dude that I got managed to talk our way into the arcade. It was like 20 minutes till closing. He was like, "Hey, $20 a person, you get to play all day." I'm like, "We don't have all day. Can you please give us like half off or something?" He's like, "Yeah, go ahead." I don't know if it was half. It might have been like $5 off or something. But
It was
either
close
way,
enough.
speech check success right off the bat. And we go in there, we play some like of those multi-cabinet machines where they have like 1,000 different games on them. Played some Bubble Bobble.
Love it.
Played the Mega Man arcade game, got
Love it.
that clear. Played some mysterious light gun game with these Anubis guns we'd never seen before in our life. And then the guy that owned the arcade, you guys got to go after we played like a minute of that. He
He
was
like
shutting down the
he
place. He
shut
did not want to
everything
stay.
out around us, but we were so in the game, and he just stand. It was like a TV show. Like
It,
we turn
yeah, it was
around and
like
it's
he was
just
turning
pitch
off all the
black.
lights. He was turning off all the lights slowly around us, and like I was getting so absorbed in the game, I was just like, okay, well, this is just me zoning in. Like we're getting like the dramatic,
We were already in a
like
corner, so there
tunnel
wasn't much
vision.
lighting either way. But like,
Mhm. We're right next to the bathroom in the back, like totally sequestered away.
he's like,
And then he just
"Sorry,
pops up behind
guys.
us. He's like, "Hey, you guys got to go."
Some night
Sorry."
at the museum shit.
It was.
Game's gonna come
If we
alive
stayed there
instead of your soul.
overnight, we would have turned. We would have seen those Anubis guns turn to life.
Shit, that's crazy.
Holy shit. Oh, I'm sorry. One thing I forgot at the beginning of the year, I platinumed Rebirth again, FF7.
Oh
I
yeah, the
forgot I
PC
did
release.
that.
Oh my god, you
So,
actually got the platinum too on Steam.
oh yeah. Oh, for sure. In March. So it came out, what, February? So I breezed through it again, like much quicker the second time around. But yeah, I forgot that. I had to throw that in there because I FF7 reference, love Rebirth with
Yeah, there
all
we
my
go.
heart, double platinum, baby.
Game of
PS5
the
and
year every
Steam,
year. Let's be real.
right? Switch next year, doing it.
The triple.
Zero,
Got to write down your achievements by hand.
yeah.
Well,
No. But you had
middle
something
of this
to add,
year,
Zero?
I don't know, middle of this year for me was like waiting for Deltarune Chapter 3 and 4 to drop. So I think in the middle of it was just like me playing Valheim with ATI and Yoshi, and then me exploring like other survival crafting games like Grounded, the RuneScape Dragon Wilds one, which is actually pretty cool. I want to go back to that one still. And then
Oh yeah,
Deltarune came
speaking
out.
of survival games, I played a little bit of Sons of the Forest with my buddy too. A little bit of that, a little bit of Valheim, a bit of that in the beginning of the year. That was a fun time.
Wonder if our mods work now. Wonder if we can go and see Fat Pig again. I do
I
miss
miss
him.
Pep.
Me too.
Yeah, a few friend slap games too. We got Peak this year. We got
Oh, shout out to Peak.
Fly Night. I totally forgot Deltarune was even this year. Are you sure Chapter 3 and 4 was this year? That's crazy.
I'm not sure, honestly. I'm pretty
That's
sure it was
crazy.
this year.
I think it was
There's
this
so much
year,
stuff.
right?
It hasn't really been like a shot that we got Deltarune 3 and 4 and also like Silk Song in the same year. It was insane.
Yeah. I think that's what threw me off. There's just so much of that long time coming stuff that came out. It's like, well, what do we have now? Like, Bayonetta 3 is out. Metroid Prime 4 is out. Like
I
All
got
the
nothing.
legends.
I'm sated.
All the legends are out.
that's why I'm comfortable going back in time. Like I cleared Cannon Spike, I cleared Zombie Revenge, I cleared Cotton 2, I cleared a bunch of shmups. Bullet.
I need to
I
practice more
played
shoot
Power
'em ups. I
Blade on
tried.
NES. I played a bunch of NES games. I beat Castlevania 3 for the first time. That was a really good time. I beat the Ghosts and Goblins remake. Lots of these like arcadey, like that was kind of the vibe. It was either like book weird arcadey. I think that's my 3 this year.
Yeah, I think I
My
was.
Arcadia was. Oh,
No,
my
go
Arcadia
on.
was playing Star Fox 64 and getting all the medals again. That was a good
Hell
time.
yeah.
It's always a fun time to revisit
Both on
that.
PC and
Going
also on
back
my
with a new
original
perspective and
N64.
like even if you played the games before to completion 100 times, it's like sometimes they just hit. You can't get another Star Fox 64 unless you play Star Fox 64. So I get it.
My top 5 games, man.
It's
in
really
there.
is. It's up there for me. It's so perfect. It's just so good. But yeah, so yeah, I went a little. So all right, so I guess we got our middle of the year down because we are getting a little close to
I-
the hour. But and
Yeah,
there's
I'm sure there's
so
some
much.
stragglers. Look, the point
Yeah,
is there's a lot of video games. We tried to find some this year that meant something to it. I think we found games that really spoke to us this year is the point. We kind of found our little niches. I didn't even mention Richard the Necker Dancer rhythm game that came out this year. Awesome time. I had a great time getting back into rhythm with that. Awesome. No notes. That's it.
perfect
There were
game.
some fun experimental games this year, like Unfair Flips, which is just like the purest probability of a coin flip, pissing people off nonstop to realize how hard it is to get 10 heads in a row. Swearing up and down the RNG is bugged in the game. And it's like, no, this is just what probability is like. You're just poisoned from
It gets
years of gaming
exponentially
rigging the odds
crazy.
in your favor.
Right? That's
Good little
wild.
human experiment there.
It
was
humbles
wild.
you.
We did play the Hex, and I'm only saying because I got someone gave me Inscription for a Christmas gift, and
Ooh,
that's on my list now for early
excellent.
next year.
My ploy worked out. First, I introduce you to other games like the Hex. Then I get you to play his other works like Inscription. It's all working out.
That-
Soon
That's okay.
we'll be
It also
talking
worked out
Inscription on
for
here.
Curse Crackers because I also got his other game. I think it was Prodigal. I think it's called.
Oh, right on.
Yeah, I'm excited to play that too. I was like, oh, this looks familiar. Oh shit, that's right. This is like Zelda clone game I wanted to look at. And then
Speaking of that, jumping off that actually, so the second half of our year, we probably sprinkled in some personal games, but the main highlight, I think, is this little pet project that we're doing right now. This little Lens of Truth podcast. We played a decent amount of games on here. I'd say a good grip of games.
A solid chunk, more than most people play in a year. Like, and that's just our
And-
half.
And we kind of forced ourselves to like get through a decent amount of them. I'd say our completion rate on most of these is pretty dang good for at least one of us in the group. So
Yeah, other than Body Harvest, I pretty much got through everything.
Shoddy Harvest.
Pretty much. Other than MEO I already went through. So, but in general, knocked it out of the park. And
Let's
kinda gonna
let's
finish
go
up more
through
games
this
than
list
usual.
real quick from the bottom and just work our way through. Give quick little thoughts. It seems so long ago. Survival Kids. How do you guys feel looking back on that one? Thumbs up, thumbs down. Looking
thumbs
at it
up.
now.
I'm glad we got to
Still thumbs
experience it. It's different. It's
Yeah.
fun. Compact. There's a Switch 2
Yeah,
version for some reason, but
I'm gonna buy that game at some point. I'm gonna be disappointed, but Thumbs Up Tears Those Rival Kids, I still want to data mine it and go through all of it later, somewhere down the line.
what was Donkey
I mean,
Kong
Donkey
next?
Kong. Yeah, Donkey Kong Land. I mean, they were an experience. I'll say that much about them. I got my
enjoy 'em.
curiosity satisfied.
I think I really do in like out of all the platformers I'm thinking about it, like I think Donkey Kong games are probably my favorite. Well, I
Yeah.
mean, not including like Mega Man, but like if we're comparing like Mario and Donkey Kong and like I don't know Crash Bandicoot or Scrimbo, whoever,
I think
I
a
love
pure
the
jumper is different
donkeys.
than a Mega Man.
Yeah,
When you start
true,
introducing shooting, that's a whole different ball game.
very true. But yeah, for as weird and unrealized some of those Donkey Kong games are, for the Game Boy, I still
Memorable.
enjoyed them. I think they're
Yeah,
competent enough. Again, you got to remember what they were working with. That
they were
Game Boy
competent.
was out of that thing was obsolete when it came out in the late '80s, let alone in the mid '90s.
Hmm.
Like it's just a
Yeah, like we
miracle.
talk about it a lot. It's a miracle that any of these Game Boy games even like performed as well as they did.
Yeah, honestly, Land 2 and 3 being like as close to the console experience as they are is fucking amazing work for
Mm.
also not running at like 10 FPS. Like they're
Hmm.
still smooth
Yeah,
They
games.
feel
as much
good.
as I didn't like playing 3 on Game Boy, because I'm like, well, the Super Nintendo one's right there. It's like, damn, you can't help but respect it.
Yeah, I mean, again, just market at the time. Market demand was trying to get this experience into a portable form. Still wild. It's still definitely right there with you on like I'm just gonna play the SNES version every time.
For sure. For sure.
Judero, we had a nice little toe dipping in this one. I tried to go back to this one. I bought it after the fact. We all played the demo of this. It was like a hour or two
Mhm.
little jaunt. When I bought it and I went back to it, it did not transfer my save over.
Oh,
It was one of those games where I'm like, I really like the experience, but as
Hmm.
far as the button pushing part goes, it's no 100 line, I'll tell you that
yeah.
much.
Yeah, it's a bit rough. But I mean, I didn't expect a lot, but it was still
Yeah.
interesting. I didn't go back to it yet either. I was more interested in the next thing they were doing, which was Mishima, which I think actually came out now. I think it's actually on
Huh.
Steam.
Worth a
Something to
peek.
keep in mind.
Yeah,
Yeah.
this was a wonderful little art game. I would love to peek at it more. I just didn't want to redo the button pressing parts at the beginning. I could probably fly through it though. I'll get back to it one day.
And then what do we have next? Was it Oddworld or was it
Next, we actually had Telefang, a little bit of
that's
an
God.
oddball pick here.
it's a
I had
little
not
bit
heard of this
it's
game
like
before
Pokemon
this.
but RTS for anyone curious about Telefang.
Just a
Don't
very
say that.
experimental time when companies were like
Oh boy.
saying, "Oh, well, Pokemon exists. What can we do different? Let's turn them into cell phone buddies. You can call them up. They'll have weird things to say. That's it. That's the
Well,
hook."
Command and Conquer,
Um,
StarCraft mixed in
This game,
there.
quit bullying. Oh my God.
I kid. I
It's not even
kid.
here to defend himself.
Good.
I mean, probably never will be, but that's okay. Telefing was interesting. I like seeing the history of that game, especially since like it came with like this little attachment you plug in your Game Boy Color. It did like absolutely nothing, but just made it look like a cell
uh,
phone, just to try and lean more into the bit as possible.
yeah,
It was a
it
product of
was a
the
good reminder
time.
of what could have been, a reminder of ideas, just how you can springboard off of ideas and make your own thing. It didn't catch on, but it was a nice little look.
Not everything
We
could
should
be
definitely.
Digimon.
I think we should
Yeah.
visit Telefing too at some point, but probably not anytime soon. I think it'd be fun to actually look at the much better game than the one we played.
Yeah, we could take a peek at it maybe eventually down the road. But then, so what do we have after Telefang? Because again, all these games I
Oddworld was after
enjoyed,
that
other than
one.
Body
Yeah,
Armors.
we had a
Uh,
whole stretch of cool little adventure. So we started off on a bit of a Game Boy kick, and then we're like, you know what? Let's go to something a little stranger, a little more odd. The fucking grossest protagonist maybe of all time, Abe in his Odd World.
he's up there.
This was one that I think we had all meant to
Bucket
visit
list
at some
game.
point.
Bucket list.
It was
Yeah.
one of those just like fabled PS1 legendary games, and it's still super different. It's like you operate on that like grid movement system. It's like a puzzle game. Gameplay aside, this just like the feel of it really stuck with me. This was a really special feeling game, very spiritual. I'm glad we played this one. It felt like one of those games that enhances you and makes you a better person
Yeah,
after. I think
no,
we said that on the episode.
for sure. It's something that just eluded me as a kid because my cousin had it. I could never get too far because I didn't really develop time to it. But like I always knew there was something special in there,
Mm.
and there was. It's an
Yeah.
interesting game. Absolutely.
I never went back and finished it. I think it requires the patience of a saint to actually get through, let alone,
Saint.
oh my God. But yeah, definitely cool
What
one.
else we got? What missing
JJ
JJ?
the Missing was next. Very
Yeah.
odd world flavored. This was another one I tried to go back to. I did go back to for a little bit. I thought it was a much smoother odd world in a lot of ways. The themes it tackled were beautiful. It really handled like the modern Portland vibe very well. It's just it takes a long time to go through the trial and error gameplay of
Yeah.
this kind of game. You have to like die over and over and watch these animations and slowly walk back to these things and try over and over. It's like if you don't want to spend hour like going through screens over and over, it gets to be a lot, but it's one that I really appreciate. I respect this game just for its looks, everything is delivering. I would like to finish it one day. I just
Yeah. I
haven't
want a
had the energy.
physical. I want a physical copy of it and just kind of
Hmm.
take an edible and just play through it.
That's what it is. You got to melt into this one.
Yeah, and I don't
Yeah.
mind if I have to look up a guide for here or there. I kind of just want to experience that world, figure out what I can figure out, and not get too hung up on, whatever I can't.
Yeah, if you miss anything, doesn't matter. It's not one of those games. It's a vibe game. 10 out of 10 vibes.
Yeah. Was
Speaking
Mario
of, the next game
next?
was Shenmue was the
Was
next
Shenmue the
one.
next?
Yeah, Shenmue Episode
Really?
7. Can you believe it?
Interesting. That's crazy. That's
It
just
really feels it's a
crazy.
lot earlier than it felt like it was. 10 out of, I can't believe I didn't play this game until now. This is
Yeah.
just
Same.
monumental. There's never going to be anything like this ever
This,
again. You cannot. It's
this
just
is a
too
game
special.
that changes you for the better. Oddworld
Yeah, for real.
mutates you into something different. This game
Oddworld makes you fart.
This game makes you a beautiful human being inside, outside. If you play through it and you get kissed by the Shenmue angel, you're blessed. Like
Makes you
God
makes
has
you
chosen
appreciate the
you.
little things.
God has chosen
Yeah,
you.
God's giving his
the
toughest
little
battles to his
Knights angels
strongest
start kissing
soldiers.
you.
What was that, Zero?
And
Give
this,
it.
I said God gives his toughest battles to his strongest soldiers, and that's what Shenmue 3 is.
No, hey,
Oh
we'll get
God,
to that one day. Got to do
But
Shenmue
yeah,
2 though.
Shenmue 1 was a
I
very
am
beautiful
pumped
game
and
of
primed for 2.
God. I can't wait to do 2. Shenmue 1 was really fun though. I did like that. It just made you really sit down and just take this small town in.
Oh,
Just
meditative.
really, yeah, just absorb the vibe.
The game
Find
I
came
things to
think that
do
out.
was
to
my
kill
game of the
time with.
year.
Yeah, it's up there.
If we could count games that weren't released this year, because that would go to Look Outside for me. I think I'm not about list and ranking. These are all objective pieces of art. They all have special places in my heart. They activate special parts in my heart and my brain. I'm not going to rank them, but but Shenmue is the greatest of all time.
So good. And I just still want to say, like, this game came out 25 years ago, in development since the mid 90s. The world still feels living and breathing. No point does it feel like No More Heroes, where you're just riding this empty ass city with like one guy on the corner. Like, people are on a schedule. Like, it's still so groundbreaking. And
Mm.
it's just beautiful. What else we got?
We had Curse Crackers next when we are moving on from artsy farts games into something that's pure ass gameplay. You go. This is a fast, speed gamers game. But you can slow down. You can stop and smell the roses and absorb all the story. There's a lot of characters in town. You can move fast. There's little time trial medals to get. The movement feels great. I mean, we've talked about it to length. This was a good feeling video game.
Yeah.
Just video gamey as you can get. Go through levels fast. Don't get hit. All that good stuff. You know.
The staples. I think we're getting into spooky month now, if my memory is correct.
Yeah, I think after that we considered Body Harvest,
Oh,
the
all
start
right.
of our spooky
Skip that
month.
one. Let's keep going.
What a yeah, bury that one to
They
the
know how
annals
we
of
feel.
time.
Oh,
That
sorry,
was lovely. That
just
was
to go back
horrible.
for a quick moment. Turns
Yeah.
out like Curse Crackers sequel, Claire a la Mode, actually came out in November of like last
Oh.
month. So
Oh,
Look at
or
that.
last month, right? It came out last month. I totally missed that. I gotta go back.
There
I
you
gotta go
go.
play this later.
I
Yeah,
think I bought that
any
for
curse cracker heads?
Might have got that for Saint on his Steam wish list.
Huh.
Huh. Maybe not. Maybe
If
I
you
don't know.
didn't, then I will.
So Body Harvest, Grand Theft
Then we
Auto.
had something really unique and cool. We had our Team Innocent. This was very out there on a console that we never explored. The PCFX, PC98, PCFX, one of those.
I think the FX, PC something.
I don't
Yeah,
know.
like the
There's a
proto
billion
Resident
different ones.
Evil, just like space girl anime. Like your totally spies group, Powerpuff Girl dynamic, where you got your three girls. One's the leader, one's the tough one, one's the bubbly one. You know the drill. I don't need
Yeah,
to explain it to you. This was a
beautiful,
good anime time.
beautiful game.
Yeah, it pushed the boundaries of the time. Beautiful, fully voiced. I think it was fully voiced.
Yeah,
Uh,
cutscenes and yeah, stuff like that.
Yeah, the big stuff was all voiced. Really impressive. Does really good art, especially for the time. This was a cool little thing. I'm glad I got to experience it.
For sure.
Right on. Anything you guys have to say about Team Innocent? Any musings over that? Any mullings of your feelings?
I
Watch the
still like how
episode.
it's
Listen to the episode.
yeah. Watch the episode.
Yeah, go check it out if you want to hear more. After that, we jumped. We didn't have too much horror month. I think it was just those two.
Well, we had Silent Hill,
We
and
had.
then
Yeah,
Oh yeah,
Silent Hill
okay.
left
So I think the
and Silk Song.
videos might just be uploaded kind of weird right now.
Are you
Okay,
in the
here it is. Okay,
playlist?
they weren't in order. My
Okay.
bad. It was out of yes. Okay.
Because I may not have updated the
Um,
playlist.
There
If
it is.
that's what you were
Okay,
going
nine.
for.
9 was Body Harvest. 10 was Team Innocent, but then it's saying 11 was Fantasy Star. I thought we did that later. Was that early? Fantasy Star was before Silk Song.
Yeah, it was a quick thing because we were like, oh, Silk Song's coming out like the week after next, or like,
Oh my god, my sense of
and we were like,
time
oh
is
god, we
all
have to.
squiggly.
That
We're all gonna fucking be jumping into it. At least I was. 60
Yeah,
from 100
so
hours.
this was another one, bucket lister. We had Shenmue, we had Oddworld up here as bucket listers. This was another huge one of the flagship RPGs. My first time playing it. I think you guys had played it before. Firefly played it for the first time. No, was it their first time? I think so. We loved it. Classic RPG goodness. Again, listen to the episode. It's good shit. It's Fantasy Star. What do you want me to say?
the God RPG, the grandmother.
For real. We tackled Silk Song after that. It was a long time coming. Uh, I got mixed feelings on this one. I wish that our friend Rad would have joined us on because he would have provided that other end of the spectrum of like
Normie.
total excitement. He was so into it, like he absorbed it. I think my gestation period for absorbing this game kind of passed me by in the development years. I had a good time. I only finished Act 1, got a bit into Act 2, but like I had a good old time. I just don't have a desire to go back. I'm glad it came out. It's a beautiful game. It's very charming. I love the characters, all that. It's just not for me to go back to. I don't know.
Yeah, and that one's more of a me game. I love this game.
Mhm.
I finished it 100% like twice even.
Yeah, this was
Once on normal,
super up
once
your
on
alley.
Steel Soul.
It really hit the chord for you.
I loved how that game controlled me. It felt so great. It was like I was playing Mega Man Zero again.
Yeah, the feel wise felt great. Just if I had played this game 5-10 years ago, it would have been right up there for me. I'm just a weirdo. That's
No,
all.
I get it.
Well,
I lived in both worlds where like I really did enjoy it, but like it didn't change my world like I thought it would have. And maybe if it came out like 5 years ago or whatever, for sure. But like I think just
If
so
this came out
much
during
happened.
COVID, man.
I think
can you
so much
imagine?
happened this
Yeah.
year. Like looking back at our list, it was just like wow, there was a lot.
And it's
for me,
one of
it
those
just-
things like comparison always just like dulls the blade a bit.
Compare and despair.
When you got so many things competing for attention, competing for this genre, or like you need this to fill this niche. It's like, how do you find the time? How do you find just the emotional capacity to care for so many things all at once? Very hard.
God, it's really hard. I mean, with that game, I just enjoyed just sitting down, like just going through the world, dashing around, playing my needle in to see the thoughts of NPCs. seeing where they moved around at, or I did certain things. It was really fun.
Just an
like a couple
awesome
hundred
world.
hours.
Yeah, it's just there's so many big world games. Again, I was playing like Death Stranding 2, and I'm like, I got my big worlds. I played
Yeah.
Xenoblade X, and it's just like, how many times can I get lost over and over? Just needed to recharge my battery. That's all.
Yeah, that's
After
fair.
that, we brought it back to a little bit of basics, back to Game Boy. We got all 3 Mario Land games. They're legends for a reason. Cool to see them in 2025 lens again. Playing them with like modern platformer design in mind goes to show that Mario is just kind of timeless. It doesn't matter
It's
how
so
he handles
tight.
physics.
Like
It's just the
no matter
king.
what game, they're always just so tight. Like Mario Land 1, quickie, boom, first gen of it all. Mario Land 2 is just bigger, better, crazier. Mario Land 3 is different, like completely different. It's
Yeah,
just
I don't know
like,
about king in that one, but like it exists.
Yeah.
Wario exists. As far as Mario goes, Mario is always good.
Yeah.
Wario, he's
Wario is a
fine.
little stinker
Yeah.
every now and then.
Yeah,
Every
yeah.
about like due for my again another replay of Mario Land 2. Every few months, I'm like, yeah, I kind of missed that hit. I want to do it again.
And then that Wario Land 3, Super Mario Land 3, Wario Land, that did pave the way for the Wario games in general. So it does
Yeah,
get
it was an
that.
important stepping stone. We got to put respect on its
Yeah,
name.
Wario
It's
Land
just
4,
one of those.
you got 2, Wario World. There was a lot of good that came out of that game, even if it was a little rough.
Yeah. You just got to, again, like respect the bedrock foundations.
Yeah.
You couldn't get to the good stuff without this one. So warts
I-
and all, Wario, thank you.
I just like the vibe of Wario Land 1. I just like getting to change the world dramatically compared to like Mario World 1 or Mario World.
And again, sometimes that vibe is all you need to carry you through
Exactly.
the game.
And then Wario gave me an STD, so I have that against
Yeah,
him.
he shoved that garlic up your ass. It was crazy.
Yeah.
Down my pee
Right up there
hole.
with the Joy-Con. I don't know how they both fit
Not
up
the
there.
sound.
But slow roasting up there.
But yeah, right after that, we get our. This was a Goldie. This was a Goldie right after these Mario games. We're getting deep into Spooky Month.
Yeah,
Silent
we
Hill,
circled
baby.
back around to Silent Hill F. This one was
What
a
a
real
gem.
risk.
I
We
didn't-
really took a
oof.
chance on this one.
We
We were
all
like, do
dropped
we want to spend
$70?
$70?
I didn't
We're like,
expect
dude, this
much.
franchise has been dead to us.
I didn't expect much, but man, I loved every minute of it. It's truly a good
This
game.
might be my favorite narrative of the year that came out this year. It's just after clearing this game and just like getting more and more obsessed with it with like the new game pluses. I played more of it after the podcast. I got super into it. This game is incredible. I did not appreciate where the writer was going initially with like all the different threads and everything. There are so many good themes. Hinako is an incredible character. Just everything is done with such taste. I really love this game. People can shit
Like,
on the combat all they want. I liked it. I
Yeah,
don't know.
it's different. Okay, and I don't think it breaks the tension of Silent Hill. Like, yeah, she's moving, she's doing devil trigger stuff, but like at its core, it's a spooky ass Japanese folklore kind of like you're just in that world and you're traveling between the Silent Hill world and the normal world and you're ripping apart
So
faces
haunting.
and oh, it's just chilling, and that's what Silent Hill is at the end of the day. Like, we don't need to muddle
Underneath all the gross stuff, you
definitions.
get this it's like heavy emotional tax.
And it was very I felt drained after this game. Like, I couldn't go back to it to do the new game stuff. I was emotionally drained. Like Majora's Mask, Silent Hill 2, those games drain me, and this is right up there, which means it's an amazing game in my book, even if I don't like replaying it, because it's just draining. Who wants to be emotionally drained every time?
It's such a curse in that way because it's like it does unfold and like reveal more of itself to you the more you like dive in. But it's like I don't want these characters to hurt anymore. Like
like
we made
I'm
it out.
hurting.
I don't want to suffer.
Yeah,
Yeah.
not me getting ready to
Um,
replay Majora's Mask on my analog 64.
Hey, more power to you, brother. It's been a while for me. I definitely need to get
It's
on that train.
It's the
but-
time for the replay. I mean, I'm kind of at that point where like between the podcast and just like general emotions, of like where the industry is, things like that. I'm okay going back, playing things that either made me happy or things that passed me by. There's God knows there's enough games
We
to
have a
fill the
lifetime of
void
games to discover. No matter
for
how much have
real.
we played, there's still so much.
I have a
Like,
backlog
Like for all the games
belonging to
we've
my
mentioned on
lifespan.
this episode, it's like I could be like, oh yeah, what about this and this? I didn't even mention the Drifter. I played the Drifter this year. It was an incredible little story adventure game in the vein of LucasArts adventure games. You're this little like, not little, you're this hobo guy who gets like
the little hobo.
weird ass like the little hobo who could gets like time travel abilities and like these weird things are chasing him and like he's going on the run. Excellent little. If you're into LucasArts style adventure games, check out The Drifter. Really, they made their own engine to run this specifically, and like this type of visual novel with like a dialogue wheel and stuff. Really cool. This Pentiment, all that kind of stuff. Really unique adventure games that are out there. Go check them out.
You were interjecting
Going-
something, Zero, real quick?
I was gonna say, going back a little bit to Silent Hill Alpha, that was still my first Silent Hill game. I still haven't gone back to any other ones. I still plan to, but I'm wondering how my perception is gonna be compared to people who started with Silent Hill 1 or 2 and followed the series all this time.
They're different,
'Cause
but the same. It's hard to explain. It just
I
says
do
that
think you have
Silent
some
Hill.
preconceptions about them that I would be interested to see you like confront by playing the original games too.
Yeah, I mean, I'm playing the original. I'm not doing the remake. See me on that PlayStation 1.
Yeah, JJ was kind enough to send me a Silent Hill 2 remake as well. I've
hell
played
yeah.
about 10 minutes of it, but I was like, you know what? I just finished F. I
Yeah.
need to recharge my spirit for a bit, but it's there. It's
It
on
was
the
like
docket, so I'm excited
real
for that one.
cheap on GameFly, and I was like, we just finished F, and I'm like, you know what? He needs a little bit more gloom and doom in his life. Let me send over
You
Silent
were like,
Hill
you
2.
still have soul left. Let's crush it.
But next is Laplace. Was not butchering it this time, right?
Yes, Laplace.
Laplace
Laplace is
Demon.
Demon, I
Laplace's
believe, yeah.
Demon, or Laplace Noma, a beautiful little weird SNES RPG. Did not get released in the States originally. So, I mean, this is one that passed a lot of people by. It was just a cool horror thing to check out. Really unique mechanics. Very, very similar to Fear and Hunger. I would not be surprised if this was the inspiration. I'm a Fear and Hunger head. Catch me on the Funger side of things. Yeah,
Fungers.
I really like this one.
Yeah, no, I have no notes on it. Unique, different, and you just, again, you got to take your time with it. It's just, it's a language in its own. You got to kind of use your context clues to decipher how the game plays, and once you start get rolling, it's a fun time. It's not too long.
Yeah.
It's just a fun little.
It's not trying to be Final Fantasy or Dragon Quest. It's its own RPG experience. I value that. Like, again, I'm gonna bring up Look Outside because everyone needs to play it. That game had its own RPG systems too. I like it when games can give a little bit of their own sizzle zazzle in there. You know,
Zizzle zazzle.
I also want to look at the original version, the PC Engine first-person dungeon crawler version of Laplace Demon. I think
oh
that'd be
yeah, there's so
interesting.
many versions of it. The
that had,
history
like,
was amazing.
They had like stress mechanics where, like, if you got scared, your character aged, and you start at like 16 years old, and there's like a gambling parlor in town, and you can't even gamble until you're like over 21 or some shit. It's fucking wild.
What was that one visual novel that was like grid based where like your characters aged and like
Zonky
I know you
Zero?
played this, JJ.
Zonky Zero.
Zonky Zero, that was the one.
Yeah, that
You
one.
just reminded
Yeah.
me of that for a
I
bit.
mentioned that earlier in the episode too.
Oh,
I
that's
just
good.
randomly threw it out there.
Yeah, what a
I
fucked
also
up game that was.
mistakenly said that Body Harvest was the start of our horror month. I just said that because I was trauma. It had nothing to do with horror month. Horror month started with Silent Hill F.
Actually,
It
horror
was
month.
horrifying though, so we could get that going.
Yes.
But yeah, right after Laplace, we got Emio, which just the title.
God, that was amazing.
The title said it all.
Beautiful
It's
experience.
unsettlingly dark. It's a Nintendo game made with the help of mages. It's just something special.
A bit of a history lesson too. Like we got to take a look at the Famicom Detective Club. Is that what it's called? The
Yep.
series of games?
Yep,
Right?
yep.
Yeah, the Famicom Detective Club series. Long running, legendary visual novel series that was responsible for a lot of games in the visual novel genre. So it is worth looking at. The latest entry in the series did not disappoint. The whole ending sequence was phenomenal. Check out our episode. Go play the game. Do stuff.
Yeah. Then after that, we got the Hex, which was just
American visual novel.
Yeah.
Yes.
Get that adventure game.
The a whole lampooning of like Western gaming in general, really.
Yeah, it's like a commentary on just like what developers go through, the ups and downs, how our industry kind of operates over here as opposed to like Japan, which is kind of funny when you consider like Japan has this like harsh kind of work culture, but it seems like everyone loves working at Nintendo and like Sega. Like you don't hear as many horror stories like as you do over here, where it's like, yeah, we just sold 10 billion copies of this game. We all got laid off.
It's more like a career thing where it's like, okay, well, you're a part of this, and like
they keep you part of the culture in Japan. Like they take care of you. It's a different vibe. But not to say that they don't have their own problems, but it is just very interesting to see the difference between the two, especially when you consider the work culture juxtaposition between them. But yeah,
so that was really fun. Little Daniel Mullins slice for you guys. Again, go check out some of his other stuff. Zero, you got Inscription on the docket. He's good stuff. I just wanted to share some Daniel Mullins with you guys. I'm glad you dug it.
Yeah, very fun. And then right after that,
we had two retrospectives after this. I kind of feel like we can bunch these together a little bit. We had our NES/Famicom 40th anniversary
nostalgia
retrospective.
November, baby. Just reminiscing.
Yeah, looking back on just like the Nintendo games that made us, the memories of the system, how important it was. Little trip down memory lane. I mean, how can you complain? I got to play and beat some good ass NES
my
games.
My list would be long as hell if I included just the games I ran through.
Again, Castlevania 3 was like my crowning one on here. It was it felt amazing.
God, Rad Racer
NES
that afternoon, just beating Rad Racer.
Oh my God,
felt so good. And it's so simple. It is just a repeating background. You're just like, but the gameplay, the nuance.
Isn't it funny how you can get sucked into that?
So
I want to bring up again, we went to the arcades together and like we played a lot of those like one screen games. Like I played a lot of Tapper, and it's like all you have is one screen. You're just sending like beers down the tables. I played like a few loops of Donkey Kong, and it's like these basic ass games where you just have one objective and like one screen and you're just score chasing. Sometimes that's all you need. Sometimes you get like a whole game on top of that, and like games fool you into thinking they're more than that. Like look at the Soliton radar in Metal Gear. This is kind of an extreme example, but like there is a game right there. Like you can play as just the dodging all of the like vision codes of the enemies and like make it a little stealth game, and like it's just as basic as that. Then you dress it up with 3D graphics and this and that, and oh well, you can shoot the ice cubes now, and like all this extra stuff. But the game at its core is just you're a dot, you're dodging other dots, you know.
Pretty much the original bullet hell. But
yeah.
But then we got the the FF6 grind. We talked a lot about that. Just reminiscing. Not necessarily our end of the year wrap up in terms of games, but give that one a listen to if you like it. And then that brings us to Snatcher, which was...
before we move on real quick, I just want to mention that the FF6 episode was not just a talk about, like, the journey of that game. It was kind of, like, a cumulative, like, just, like, the culture of gaming at the time, our background of, like, things that you were into specifically. Like, there is a lot of
overcoming the trials, mindsets. There's a lot of interesting...
Yeah, a lot of, like... a lot of history, psych stuff in there, where we are. Check that one out.
Just challenge upon challenge upon challenge upon challenge. But yeah.
How to push yourself.
Yeah, and stay sane while you're doing it. But then we got the Snatcher, which is a Kojima special, in my opinion. It's just solid.
It was so nice. It tastes so good to get some Kojima on the plate.
We'll get a little bit more.
On the table. Feed me more Kojima.
I'm down for Death Stranding. Like, I the first one,
oh, baby.
just that's something I want to play. I'm interested.
Yeah, me too.
I'd be down. I could find Zero's Bridge and cross it.
Yeah.
Whatever the fuck you do in
Find
that
all the
game.
ATS bridges.
Soothe your baby or whatever.
A bridge that
Start
leads off
shaking
the cliff. It's like a JJ bridge.
Give the baby a
Oh God, keep building
drink.
it.
But yeah, not much to say other than like this is just another brilliant little visual adventure game. It pushed boundaries. It was amazing for everything that it did and set out to do. Yeah, it's
Still one
Snatcher.
of the most like TV episode, like exciting feeling visual novels I've ever played. The pacing was just boom, 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 bang, bang. It did not have downtime. Like the downtime it had was like, okay, you can go to your apartment sometimes.
Hmm.
Look, it's got downtime in its own way, but like the story is constantly progressing. All right,
And the downtime
It
just
is-
fills the world. Like
that's it.
a
It's
lot of
not,
these
like,
adventure,
unnecessary.
yeah, like a lot of these adventure games of the time have downtime, but like by the time downtime comes around, you're already hooked, and it doesn't feel like downtime because you're just like it's taking in the world, and it's just
Right.
solid. It's a fun time.
I'm still applauding the voice actors for the job they did on that game. It's honestly incredible how
Yeah.
good of a voice acting job it is for the 90s of all fucking times.
Yeah.
Metal Gear's voice, iconic. One of the best buddy robot voices I've
He's a
ever
good
heard.
guy.
Gillian's enthusiasm was incredible. No notes, super good.
Solid. That's just Kojima's directing prowess, like
Yeah.
shining through right at the start. But then right after
Some
Snatcher,
people just get characters and dialogue and everything. It's all yeah. Closing out after Snatcher, we had a perfect cap on the year.
Nights into Dreams. This is just a super important game to me. And anyone who knows me knows that. I'm glad you guys all enjoyed it and got to dig deep into it, even if it
Oh, you
made you
got
a
a
little
bit on my
sick.
end.
Made you a little sick, a little bit, with
Yeah, I'm
the,
glad you gave it a second chance after that.
I mean, I've always wanted to really sit down and play this game, even come hell or high water or motion sickness. I was going to sit down and play it
just
anyway.
super fascinating and like like one of those mystery games. Like until we dug in, it's like, well, what is this about?
Like all I knew about this game again was just I played Sonic Adventure and I saw the Knights pinball table in Casinopolis and I was like, damn, it looks really cool. I'd
Yeah.
love to play this game. And
It's
then
crazy.
took like 20 years.
Like we didn't do the cameos of Knights justice because like as more since Knights dropped in Crossworlds, one other game I played this year, that's insane. I love it. But once Knights dropped, so much more like love came out on Twitter, and Knights was just in every little game that Sega Sonic team made in the last like 20 plus years. It just any little game that you could think of, like they are in there, whether it's just like a referee, whether it's a car, whether it's like a little,
It's kind of insane.
yeah, all over.
It's like the dream that's always present. It's
Reference
that
after
man.
reference just kept popping. Like I was like, oh, I've seen them all, and then like someone will post on Twitter and be like, did you know? And I'm like, no, I didn't know. Thank you. And it just keeps going. It was beautiful. Yeah, that was our kind of recap with the podcast. We went a little longer than I wanted to because there's a whole other half year we could be kind of talking about and going down the list for. I do want to just touch real quick without going too crazy. Just the Switch 2, which I think was just really, really cool that it came out.
It's worth noting for sure.
Yeah, it came out this year. A lot of people just seemed like they were upset about it, and then it broke all kinds of records. It was just really, really good. Like as a full package, as whatever it set out to do as like a console that's like a sequel. It's literally just a Super Nintendo in terms of like what it does. I really loved it, and I'm loving it right now. A lot of good games. You got Bonanza, you got Mario Kart World. I want to say Tour for some reason. You have Age of Imprisonment. These are solid ass games, and I think it's only going to get better. Like we're going to get a new Smash, Splatoon with the mice, Joy-Cons. Like I don't know. I love it. It's just more of the same. You
If
know,
you go back to our NES look, it's like it's just that trust in Nintendo that they're going to be delivering something that's just super solid. It's just this is the
Mhm.
system that's going to give you your first party titles. You know what you're getting in a way. They do surprise you with the IPs. They're going to take some new
Kirby's
directions,
Air
like
Ride came out
Donkey
out
Kong
of
was a new
nowhere.
direction.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Donkey Kong, brand new design, brand new gameplay.
Mm.
Kirby Air Ride came out of nowhere, left field sacker. I was like, yeah, I've been working on
Yeah.
this for like 5, 6 years. Here, have this game, and
Point
it's
is, Nintendo always got like some like gameplay hook to like build a new entry off of, and it might be a gimmick, it might be something you don't vibe with, but it's gonna be new.
and then
Most of the time, at least.
you look back on it in fond memories too. Like,
Mm.
at the beginning of the Wii, it was like, oh, this is a stupid point and click gimmick. Now you want the Wii because it's perfect light gun games, trauma center. Like, there's all these very specific game experiences that like it just adds to the
It's
like experience that like yeah, you
yeah,
could pick up
it's
any
very fun.
controller. Like any controller you could pick up and do it, but like these gimmicks quotes around it like are
Mm.
integral to this
It's what makes
specialized
it so unique.
gameplay. Yeah, it
I'd be remiss to not mention on the hardware side of things. This was a big hardware year for me in general as well. I think you picked up a CRT yourself this year, JJ.
yep.
We yeah, so we decked out our entertainment rooms with new CRTs. I got my Mister. I got stuff for my Dreamcast. I got my PS2 going. Like I'm gonna get the Wii going. Like I got all my classic stuff up, and I got my little analog center. And I think that will kind of carry me into the next year. Gonna play some Shenmue 2. Gonna play a bunch of shmups. I think that's gonna be my gameplay focus. I'm really feeling that like score chasing for next year. Maybe like some Mushihime Sama. We'll see. We'll see what cave games surprise me. What hooks me. But I think that's what's for
Yeah,
next
and they're
year.
so fun to just gradually develop your skill. Like you're gonna hit ceilings, you're gonna think about it, you're gonna meditate on it, you're gonna have good runs, you're gonna have, it's like Tetris, like you're gonna have good runs, you're gonna have bad runs, you're gonna learn, you're gonna get worse because you learn new things, you're gonna implement like it's just they're so fun. Cave shooters, Toho, bullet hells, like all that stuff.
It's really funny. I feel like you have gone through like every arc and like era and genre of games. So it's like when I'm like, oh, I'm gonna start on this journey of things now. You're like, oh yeah, I went through that. I had like 5 years of that
Here's
up and
my
moved to that mountain.
diary
I was
of the
grinding that.
yeah. I do get into pockets of like genre grinding, like for
Mm,
sure. And then I never touch it again for a while.
yeah,
There's only so much time. Ten
sometimes
years
that's all you
pass
need.
by, and then who knows? It might revisit it, might not.
Mm,
But yeah, there was a lot this year. I mean, Dear Me,
yeah.
that was on the Switch, completely beautiful, or Switch 2, completely beautiful, animated. What Arc Systems works, like just a story about it's literally just a story. You're literally just watching just this
Yeah,
beautiful story.
I think the takeaway is there's so much beauty to experience. We're trying to just share some of these little bits and bytes that we've
Metroid
had
Prime
along the way.
4. Oh, sorry, not to
Yeah, man,
interrupt.
it's like endless. No, it's perfect. That just goes to show we are overflowing. Metroid
Yeah,
Prime 4. It's like
and
we
I
can't even mention that game. It's incredible.
and going back to what you were saying, like I think that is the goal. Like especially with Metroid Prime 4 coming out, a lot of people just ragging on it, hating on it, and then like, okay, I get it. Not every game is going to be perfect. Like it's impossible.
You
But
can't remake Metroid Prime 1. You
yeah,
just can't do it.
it's not gonna happen. No game is getting to that level. Like it's just
Yeah, don't
perfect.
chase that ghost.
But like you can appreciate like the vision and the art and like the atmosphere. Again, it's not your typical like Metroid and it's easy to just break it down, but like is it not a joy to say like I'm playing a new like Metroid? Like okay, it might not be
Mhm.
exactly what I wanted, but like it functions well, the atmosphere is beautiful, the music,
Hmm.
it still has elements of exploration here and there, even if it is a bit more linear and streamlined. But like at the end of the day, it's like I'm fucking playing a Samus, and like I've bosses are
Mm.
really, really good. Like highlight, and the atmosphere.
You
That
get the mouse aiming,
the
like
mouse
that's
aiming is
big
so
enough on its
good,
own.
and then you get to the frost area, and you're just like, no, this is Metroid Prime 4. Don't let anyone fool you. Like again, has highs, it has lows, but just be happy that like this industry didn't crash, or that these like beloved franchises are dead in the grave forever. It's just
Mm.
like,
All right, could
Video
have
games
been
are hard
Vaporware
to
for all
make.
we knew.
yeah,
We
100%.
have a lot of classic games to go back to. We can always revisit games. Again, like that's kind of our thing here. We're laying them out for you guys. We're highlighting some good shit. There's a
Mhm.
lot to come through. It's impossible for any one person. Let's put our brains together. Let's just focus on the good games that activate little happy parts of our
Yeah,
brain.
my
I
philosophy
mean,
Keep
is.
that keep that going.
Oh, did you want to say something real quick, Zero,
yeah, I
before
was
we
gonna
wrap
say,
up?
my thing for the end of this year has been I've been trying to chase the dragon that was the Queen's Blood side game in Final Fantasy VII, and I'm trying to find something that feels like a good RPG card battler game. So I went back to the Yu-Gi-Oh like early days collection. I played the first one. Actually, it was really fun. I like seeing how like get really flexible with the rule system compared to
Mm.
how rigid it is in the actual game. I like that they get creative with it. And I
That's
got a
cool.
couple other games
Yeah,
on my
so like
list
on
too,
your
like
hunt,
a Node Heart, Layer Null, and Digimon World 3 are also on my list of things I want to try out in the coming year.
yeah, you got led on that path. Your hunt led you to some different gameplay. They're not quite Queen's Blood, but that's okay because they're their own thing.
Queen's blood is Queen's
Yeah.
blood. Nothing will,
I I just need the vibe. I don't need the exact Queen's Blood game until Yoshi P puts it
Yeah,
in Final Fantasy 14. Then maybe we'll have to talk about
Hard
that.
Fighters is always
that's
there too.
that's what
Sure.
it is. Just take the positive outlook on it. Like you're not going to find games that are exactly like the game you want. Sometimes you do. I usually think that's kind of boring. Sometimes it hits if you want the same gameplay feel. Again, it's so there's
Nuanced.
examples of minutia, everything.
Yeah.
Like I'm just painting broad strokes here. Um, yeah, I don't know anything you guys want to
I just want
add
to
at this point.
just hammer it out again. Like my philosophy is like I don't love every game I play, but I will love the time I spend because I can't
Mhm.
get time back. Time is so
Yes.
valuable. And if you're just playing a game with these negatives in mind, it's just
Mhm.
creating an experience that is not going to be like appreciated
Mhm.
or looked back fondly. Like I want to be 80 years old and look back on Metroid Prime 4 and be like, that was cool that it came. Like I got to talk
Mhm.
about it with some friends. The kid at work's all excited. Like, yeah, people shit on it on the internet. That's what people do. Like that people break down and get negative. But like I want to have my singular experience. Yeah, I could be critical. I don't love the desert. I don't. It's not that like like there's elements. I love a bit more exploration and stuff. But like at the end of the day,
I'm gonna pause you there real quick. I
yeah.
think that discussion of games gets weighed down so much by like, oh well, you didn't bring up this part that you didn't like, or like this 5 minutes
Mhm.
of the game wasn't good, so that means
Mhm.
it's like
The
there's
Woody
little
Allen
parts
character, like
they
he's not
melt
in there
away. It
much.
doesn't. It's fine. Like
Yeah.
Like
look at the bigger picture. How did it make you feel that when you walk away from the game? Like, did you have fun? Do you have good memories? Like,
look,
that's the stuff you should be focusing on.
I'm like
That's
out of our group. I am like the most vocal. Like I hate this first character of that game like a lot. Like it is a pet peeve of mine. I hate this like annoying tutorial character trend in all of gaming for the last like 15 years now. But I'm right at Prime 3 where like I knew it was gonna be like Prime 1. I knew it was gonna match up to it. It was still a fun time. It was still good. I still liked it. I'm still gonna like Prime 4. I just haven't gotten to it yet, and it's sitting on my shelf right now. I'm gonna play it
yeah, I see
eventually.
you idling in it like poop clicker.
Yeah, I yeah, I left it alone and then like I jumped over to a bunch of factory games on PC. I don't want to talk about it,
You're
but
good.
like
You're
I'm
good.
still gonna play it.
Yeah.
It's just too
You
many
can
things
catch
going
me
on.
hating
Christmas
on a
hit
lot of
and
games.
yeah, like I got like
It,
15 Christmas gifts. I got the shitload to play now. I just haven't gotten back to it yet.
yeah, there you go. You could spend the entire year just on Christmas gift games. It's
Exactly.
again, like we've talked about this a lot. I think it's kind of like the focus of the podcast where we just try to focus on the
Yeah.
positive
That's what I was
aspects.
trying to
And
hit on with the philosophy at the end.
yeah,
Even
like
e-
uh for anyone that had thinking about our name, Lens of Truth, I guess that plays into it. I'm always going to be one of those people where it's like you can't fully describe something. You can only point people towards it. While doing that, you accentuate the positives. You kind of highlight things. You put the positive spin. This is something that's also present in things like tarot reading, for example, where like you can see these cards,
Mhm.
it's like, oh, that's a scary death card. Oh, that must be bad. Where it's like, no, the whole point of it is to like extract whatever power or positive feelings and like try to find something that's not just the obvious negative that's right in front of your face.
We
So
create our
that's
meaning.
a little bit of me. Yeah, I like to do a little digging.
Like even with body armors, I still think like there's potential there. I'm still eyeballing
No,
the
fuck
the
that game.
fan.
Yeah,
Listen,
no, all right, we're
I'm
done.
looking at the fan effort thing. I think they'll do cool shit with it. I encourage them to get creative with it. There's not a whole
The
lot of the
cool shit
baseline.
is
Do some
called.
cool
They
shit.
went on to make a Grand Theft
Yeah.
Auto. This game
Yeah, but I
is.
want cool
I
alien
don't
invasion shit. I don't want fucking Grand Theft Auto. I want
I
cool
hear
alien
you.
stuff.
Grand
I
Theft
hear you.
Alien.
Which would
Yeah.
just destroy all humans, but
There you
still.
go. They.
But yeah, I mean that wraps up our year. There could be so much more set. The Scrimbo games I bought, I played through Totally Spies and Grendizer. I played
Holy
Cyberpunk
Spies being
Mouse.
a good game is wild to
Yeah,
me still. I'm
it's a
sorry.
competent stealth game with cool jazzy fusion 70s music. FF Tactics Advanced or not advanced. The collection of the remake and the original
The
came out.
remake, yeah.
Sky Oceans. We had Dragon Quest HD 1 and 2. What Dragon Quest 1 is completely
Are you cutting out just a little
remodeled.
bit?
Oh, I'm sorry. But yeah,
Yeah,
the
just go ahead.
there is a storm, so if I'm cutting in a little out,
Oh,
we're good on the OBS side. But as far as like Sky Oceans goes, that wasn't Skies of Arcadia, so it sucked. It was a Scrimbo RPG. It was fun. It was fine. It was 15 hours, but like there's just so much. There's just so much to dig through. Yeah, so we could be here all day for it, but that was, I think, our year, kind of just in a nutshell.
yeah. And thank
Anything
you all for
else?
joining us. Thank you guys for joining me to talk about video games. Contextualizing it like this, making memories, going through them, talking about what we like. It's been a really nice little experiment. It gets us really intimate with the games. I really just enjoy digging through this medium. There is so much to experience, and I'm happy to share that with at least one person listening.
Yeah,
Yeah, thank you for bringing me on and letting me yap about games as well. It's
sure.
been really
Absolutely.
fun to broaden my horizons a bit in game taste and actually sit down and digest these more than just pressing buttons.
Yeah,
And I think we have all grown a little bit this day, this year. Our hearts have grown just a little bit.
or shrunk, depending on Silent Hill, how much it affected
Yeah,
you.
depending on body harvest.
Yeah, but
Didn't
yeah,
talk about that one.
yeah. No, thank you guys for keeping up and sticking to it, and to the others that came and went, they'll be back. Don't you worry.
Yeah, just need some recharge. We're gonna take a little break in January, most likely. We'll be back. Just gotta recharge a bit, and there's
Yeah,
always more video games to talk about, more things to
2026.
enjoy and dig into.
We'll see what 2026 brings us. There's some interesting
All the
ones on the
dating sims in
horizon.
February. Let's go.
Uh oh. But yeah, yeah. That's it. At risk of going on and rambling, I will say GG's, and we'll see you all in 2026. Later, later, later.
Happy New Gamer Year to every gamer out there.
Happy holidays, everyone.
Later.